this video today, we're going to walk you through a heavy fixer. We're going to tell you approximately what it's going to cost to actually remodel this house, and we're going to give you the story behind it. So today we're in Torrance. We're at this neighborhood right now, again here in the South Bay in Torrance. So these guys, almost original owners, and the story is with these guys is the parents passed away. The son is entrusted upon selling it. They reached out to us. They came to us through a past client. And basically what happened is they're located back east in Virginia, and the caregiver for the dad, who passed away in July of last year, they're actually selling it to them. So we're kind of navigating the whole transaction and the paperwork. We're currently in escrow right now. But this is a big fixer, and we're going to walk you an idea about this. So the family acquired this house in 1959. They moved out from the East Coast over here to Southern California. And who wouldn't want to leave a winter back east to come out here in beautiful Southern California? Okay, so we come through here. This house was originally 4 bedrooms, 1,700 square feet, just under 1,700 square feet as we come in. Right, so you come in, check out the shag carpeting. Got the shag carpeting, some wood panels. Now they're in the process of getting rid of all the possessions they're going to have in a estate sale. So that's kind of why it's like this. But you can see the textured ceiling here in the dining room. And some of the cool things I'm going to show you. Now, obviously, the buyer they're going to be remodeling all of this, right? I mean, obviously starting with the flooring, paint, light fixtures, just to name a few. And, you know, almost the whole house is carpeted. And then you come over here into the kitchen. Check out the orange sink, right? And so, depending on what the buyer is going to do, they had their contractor come out originally, and they gave them an estimate of about $150,000. Now, it all depends on what type of finishes they're going to have, as well as once the contractor comes in and they open it up, if there's anything they have to do electrically or there's plumbing that needs to be redone. Obviously, that number is going to be higher, but their contractor gave them a number of $150,000 more or less to be able to do everything. And, you know, you're going to be redoing the counters, you're going to be redoing the cabinets, you know, putting in brand new appliances over here, as opposed to this older kind of double oven situation that you have right here. So where we're standing in right now is, I guess technically you would call it kind of like the living room, but it was actually the 4th bedroom, and then they kind of opened it up and they kind of added it on here. A lot of the houses in this neighborhood are kind of closer to 1,500 square feet. So hence, this is why this one's closer to 1,800 square feet. So they had basically a projector going on here. So if you actually open this up, there's a lot of stuff behind there right now. So my luck, if I actually opened it up, I'm sure it would be an avalanche. Everything would come toppling down upon me. But they actually have a projector, and then the screen is behind it. So that actually is going to the seller, but just kind of show you the cool projector here, right there. So again, you can see, you know, everything original. Whoever's, you know, this buyer, like any other buyer, would come in here and they would basically change out everything. All right, so I'm going to take you into this bathroom right here. So obviously this is a mid-century look. You know, again, this house is built in 1959. It was ready to be moved into in 1960. And check out, this is a jetted tub. I have no idea if it's operational or not, but you know what the most jetted tubs look like today, and it's obviously a much older, and has that 1950s or late 50s look on it right now in the bath. So kind of cool to see. You know, surprisingly, there's actually a market for these tubs that always ceases to amaze me. Now, we'll turn on some lights here. And again, you know, they're in the process of cleaning everything out. So that's why it looks like this. But interesting, you know, because we're in the South Bay, so you really didn't have central air back then. So it wasn't really necessary. So this is why in a lot of the rooms, including even the kitchen, I don't know if you've actually picked up on it, you have the wall unit air conditioning unit. So those are pretty kind of interesting, just to kind of see all of that. And then as we spin around on this side, right? So you do got your dual vanity sinks that I always comment about. But again, someone's going to come in and take a look at this, and they're going to take everything out. Again, you're going to probably put in new lights. You're probably going to redo it, give it a modern shower, a different glass enclosure. You're probably going to put in a new full vanity. Again, with the double sinks, because the plumbing's already there. But, at the same time, kind of bring it into the 21st century to kind of bring it up to date and, check out the toilet. Look at that. Here's a question for you. Who still has a landline in their house? Okay, so now you've seen both bathrooms. And here's something else I wanted to show you as we go back through the hallway here and into some of the into the bedroom area. Is you don't really see it in any of the homes today. Maybe in an Airbnb you might see it. So this is a bedroom, right? And you think to yourself, like, well, where would the bed go? And we'll see how much we're actually able to open this up. Kind of something out of like, a movie, but there it is. There's the Murphy bed. I'm not going to open it all the way, but put it all the way back. There it is. It's all the way back. And there you have it. There's a Murphy bed right there for you. So again, like any buyer, but this buyer, they're going to redo the flooring in every bedroom. You're probably going to, the closet doors you could probably get away with, but they're going to paint. Orange really isn't a popular color right now. They're going to paint. They'll probably put in some new window treatments also. All right, so let's go head on out into the backyard. Now, for these guys, as we're going to walk through the kitchen again, and I do apologize that if it kind of feels like the Blair Witch Project today, because I am 6'2", and I have to duck down for some of these things. So you head into the garage, all right? You have an older garage door, and we'll kind of sneak out here through the side door and kind of go out. All right, okay, so here's your water heater closet. This is the old water heater right there. They actually have a newer one that was installed in 2020. So we're trying to maneuver our way through all of this. Kind of going down low. All right, go by the pool equipment. Okay, now we are in the backyard. So, the seller disclosed that there is a pool leak here, and the buyer actually knows pretty much more about the house than the seller does because they were the caregiver and they were really helping take care of the house. So the buyer was actually receiving a pretty good discount, almost like as if they were selling it to an investor, probably about $150,000, $200,000 less than what the market value might actually command. But again, they had been taking care of the parents for a very long period of time, and so they felt that it was worth it also. So here you have a leak, and so it's not on here right now, but they actually have a pump, especially, because we're in the rainy months right now, and that pump would be able to suck up the water on this motorized pool cover. So especially after a heavy rain, that water wouldn't just sit there, and if it would get too heavy and actually destroy the pool cover. So that's pretty cool. So there is a leak. So at some point, the new buyer will have to deal with that. I'll have to have a leak detection company come out, and they will be able to identify where the leak is coming from and what the course of action will be. So, all right, so there's your pool, good sized pool. And we'll come over here. And you kind of come inside here. And it's like you got your little courtyard area. Right? You come in here. Now you hear all those birds? The first time I walked through here, I thought they were birds too. But actually, it's a security mechanism for the seller. And what they were able to use it so that way they knew if they started hearing these bird sounds, he would know that there was actually someone there in the courtyard area, and he has them all throughout the house. So pretty cool. Kind of have these vines above and whatnot. Now they will make your house susceptible to more termites. So just know that if you do have something like this. So kind of an interesting house. Again, this is in Torrance in the South Bay, a pretty good size, fixer. But, I think most of it is probably just from looking at it and you having almost 20 years of experience. Most of it actually just really is really just cosmetic and, dealing with a house that really hasn't been touched in almost, 60 plus years. So turn around here, I look at this house and it's like it's a great opportunity for the buyer. This buyer served in the Marines and they wanted to do VA financing, but they couldn't because a house like this, they would have required so many lender repairs, whether it be FHA or VA. In case you didn't know, that there's certain lender required repairs that the lender will actually require for them to actually lend on it. So if it was conventional financing, it would be okay. But to actually, to get VA financing or FHA financing, it would be problematic. So they wanted to do VA financing. When we started talking about it, they're actually going to pay all cash for it. So it just made sense for everybody involved. So this house will be closing escrow soon, probably in about a month or so. And we'll keep you updated on it and keep you updated on what they're actually going to do to the house. So a lot of possibilities. And, the nice thing, if you're able to afford it and you have the cash on hand to be able to do a big remodel, you get to customize the house exactly the way you want to do it, how you want to make it into a modern home. So any questions about remodeling, you need, questions about contractors, how much value something will actually add to the house, let me know. Again, make sure you subscribe to these videos, comment down below what you thought about this fixer, and if what you would like to see us feature in some of the videos moving forward. So let us know what you think. Let us know in the comments down below. Of course, again, subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you on the next home tour.